Hey guys, welcome to RBS, and today we're having a look at the Jeep Compass. The Jeep Compass being launched in India back in 2017 and winning hearts ever since then. So it's powered by a 2-liter turbocharged diesel engine from Fiat and comes with that legendary 7-slotted grille, showing that it's the first car to be on all 7 continents. The bonnet being very strong and showing a very prominent design with LED headlamps flowing through the car. Looks really nice. Has subtle things such as this thing over here to show that the car is as sticky and as grippy. The windshield, everything is totally acoustic. The side profile of the car looks very nice, looks very contemporary. The shoulder lines are very strong. The entire car is well built. Even when you open the door, you can feel the ruggedness of the car. It's a very nice package. Comes with 17-inch alloy wheels. They could have been a little bit more chunkier, looks a tad bit offset. Okay, so moving on to the side of the car, we have this beautiful chrome strip traveling all around the car, splitting the car's color and the dual tone roof. On the rear, yes, 4-wheel drive batching, because this is a 4-wheel drive car. Exhaust port, single exhaust port down there, nothing fancy back here. The boot release does not get any sort of electrical mechanism, it's all manual. Boot space is really big enough, nice and wide. Okay, so let's just quickly sit inside and see how it is. Well, it is okay considering that the front seat is being set to my height. So the interiors are nice and plush. The white feel makes it look really nice and roomy, especially in the headliner, and the seats are really comfortable. One thing is the seat is not adjustable for tilt. It is a fixed seating position, but on the plus side you have a really big thigh support area. Front of the car, well, again, inside here, everything you touch is a high quality material. Everything you touch is really well sorted. So this is one of the first cars in the segment to get this electronic parking brake. So this brake is standard across the range, so you just push it down to disengage and push it up to engage. It's a really good feature because when you're off the car, the handbrake is always on and comes with this traction control switch across the range. The 4-wheel drive dial gives you auto, snow, sand and mud with 4-wheel locking, very useful. The buttons on the steering are actually on the back side. Now these buttons control the audio unit, that is, you can change your song, you can increase your volume, decrease, all done through this. It might look little weird, but when you're on the go, it is really easy to have been controlled like this. Let's just quickly start the car. It's all manual dials with the center TFT screen, makes it look really nice. The interior is a very beautiful place to display. Yes, the touchscreen could have been that much bigger to make it look more in flow with the design of the car. So let's just see what it does 0 to 100. The Fiat's diesel engine just bogged down. It's not happy below 2000 RPM, but after 2 is where it actually gets its game on. Pretty sorted. Good power, good delivery. So that initial lack is where it misses out on. Okay, so we are finally inside the Jeep Compass, the 2-liter diesel engine. And God, I must tell you, the car feels so special already. I think it's just all the touch points, the seat, the steering, everything it's so nice, it's so soft, it makes you feel so special, especially this leather wrap steering. The gear knob, it's this round chunky thing, it just feels like you're driving a muscle car. It feels like Ford Mustang's gear knob, to be honest with you. It has all the American cues in it, but it's built like a European. And this engine is perfect for India. It's a diesel, 2-liter turbocharged, 170 bhp, Fiat's unit. Pretty sorted. It gives you torque anywhere, anytime. And it revs out to 4,500 RPM. What an engine. I mean, I don't get it. This car is so in the game that the competitors, the competitors don't even have a chance. 170 bhp, that's way more than the Q3 diesel. When the Q3 diesel was available, it makes a GLA look like a hatchback. This thing is so huge, it makes a GLA literally look like a hatchback. Yes, the X1 is faster, the X1 looks much better, but it's double the price. For the price for what this offers you is something different. I get a lot of people end up comparing it with the Creta, the Seltos and the Harrier, but nope, you shouldn't. You should drive this to feel that this is something else. This should be compared with an Octavia. This should be compared with a BMW, with an Audi Q3. And you know what's the biggest advantage the Compass has against them? It's made in India. So it's manufactured here. So all your spare parts and your service and your after sales is going to be pretty cheap compared to, you know, the others. I mean, so much power, so much confidence for 25 lakhs. The only other car I can remember is Octavia. That's all. And that had a low ground clearance. That used to bog down everywhere. But this is good. This is like all the good things of an Octavia made better. And this, especially this particular car, is a 4-wheel drive. So it works pretty amazing. There's always grip. Jeep has this amazing suspension called FSD. So it makes sure that in any point of time, all the 4 wheels are stuck onto the road. And you can actually feel it. When you're ripping the car, when you're giving it, when you're sending it, you can actually feel it. The car wants to hug the road. It communicates so well. It is an electrical steering, but you get so much of feedback, so much of response through it. In the middle, yes, there is a dead spot in the middle, but once you get in, once you get going, it gets better. And also the brakes on this one, they're all-round disc brake. It has around 6 different types of braking systems. It has electronic rollover mitigation, so it's not easy to slip or slide this vehicle. It has pre-fill. It is automatically going to be ready for you when you lift off the accelerator in a hurry. You can place this car proper. So the steering feedback, as you were talking, the steering feedback is amazing. It works with a system called DST, that's Dynamic Steering Torque. So basically it's an electrical steering, but every time you floor it, every time you send it, it acts like a hydraulic steering. It gives it more torque. So somehow here and there it works. It's not as good as a hydraulic unit, but it works. God, this car is so much confidence inspiring, and it does not feel that big. It just feels as, you know, an oversized hatchback or something. You can actually flick this thing. It's a pretty good thing to drive. But again, the Jeep suffers with the same syndrome or the same problem that all American brands in India have suffered. That is product diversity. Jeep, when it was launched, it was a storm. It did amazingly well. Even now, compared to what's going on, it's doing okay. But we don't see a future. I mean, Jeep took 2 whole years to get in an automatic. Like 2 whole years. It's way too much time. It's way too much time. This is what happened even with Chevrolet. Their cars were good, the Cruze was amazing, the Spark was a good city car, but they never updated. Same thing with the Jeep. It's still the same. You can still buy this very same car for 25 lakhs in 2020. This is a 2017 car with the same features. But the competition has changed. In 2017, it was against a whole different crowd. Now it's against a whole different crowd. We need to update. We need to be up to the mark. I don't know if they just tend to underestimate the Indian market, or maybe their cars are not suitable here, but this is something which I've seen in almost all American brands. Variants after variants are launched, but there is no next Compass. A lot of people are waiting for the next Compass, for the next Renegade, because the very next offering to this is the Wrangler. Yes, it's an amazing ride. It does all sorts of things. It is the OG off-roader. It is the Jeep. Yeah, it is the general purpose vehicle, the army vehicle, which was bought down, the world's first 4-wheel drive vehicle. But 70 lakhs, you know, our people are different. In India, people are not going to pay 70 lakhs to go off-roading, to go hardcore off-roading. Apart from things like that, there's nothing much to complain on the ride, the handling front of the car, or how it drives. It is just all so perfect. So, the verdict, the Jeep Compass is a very good definition for the term SUV. It's very sporty, it's very utilitarian, and it handles its body weight very well. But for Jeep to retain its charisma, it needs new updates, new models, and a base entry-level car to get the masses hooked onto the Jeep life. If you like this video, do hit the like button, do subscribe to the tribe, and stay tuned for more.